Right, hello, welcome to my bedroom. This is going to be my channel for vlogging about my experience and stuff on Duromine. I'm basically using it instead of writing a physical diary because I'm not good at taking diaries. And I feel like this will help me, really track the physical and emotional even changes and progress and whatnot while I'm on the drug. So basically I'm using this as my food diary, except it's on YouTube. I chose Duromine because I've struggled with my weight for my entire life, I guess, since probably I was about 12 years old. I never really got fat, however, until I was about 15 and I changed school. And I sort of went through a bit of bullying and depression sort of ish, and stopped playing sport as much and sort of ate more and gained a lot more weight. So I always managed to keep my weight down because I played sport 3 times a week, and then I changed that to 2 times a week in year 10 at the start of year 10, so when I was 15, and then halfway through year 10 it went down to not playing sport at all, and that's when I gained the bulk of my weight back to about 90 kilos. And then in the past 6 months I've probably gained another 10 in the last 6 months, and now I weigh about 103 kilos. So I chose Duromine because none of the diets I'd been on had ever worked. I've been on Celebrity Slim, I've been on Optifast, I've been on Light and Easy. All of them I've lost a few kilos and then gained it back instantly. So basically, nothing's really worked for me in the long run. And so I sort of went on the internet and just sort of had a look around for other options. And I found a video about a woman who lost 22 kilos on Duromine in 2 months. And I thought, yeah, that's amazing, to lose that much weight that quickly. And so then I started looking into it more, and and how it works and what it does, and I decided I would use it as a way to promote healthy habits for me. So my problem is overeating, and the frequency in which I eat. So I'm always eating basically. If there's food, I'll be eating it, and I overeat, so I have too big a portion when I do eat. So I've decided to use Duromine to sort of, cut my appetite and help me get used to eating smaller portions and less frequently and not being so hungry all the time, which is the big problem because, hunger sucks, it hurts, you get moody sometimes, and, no one wants to be hungry. So that's why I'm on the drugged, because I struggled with the times I was hungry when I'm just on the other diets. Water, not tea. Pretty bottle, that's why I have it. So basically I went to my doctor with my mum, who is currently doing a PhD in human nutrition, so she's also going to be monitoring me alongside my doctor. And we just went over my eating habits, my weight, 103 kilos, my height, my BMI, which is about 33, and just what I can change currently that will support what the drug is doing to my body. So I came up with my strategy with my doctor, which is on this piece of paper. And basically I don't eat breakfast. I haven't since I was about 14, 13-ish. It's just not a thing I do. I don't know why. My stomach just doesn't like eating in the morning. It makes me feel sick, so I don't do it. So breakfast for me is a glass of water with my pill. And maybe some lemon juice because it's nice. And then, as I'm still in year 12, which is the final year of high school here in Australia, we have recess, and for recess I'll usually eat about half a focaccia with like chicken, avocado, cheese. That's usually what I get, and that's from the canteen. Oh, sorry. And I would usually go back for more, but instead my strategy is now to take a piece of fruit with me to school. I'll probably take an apple or a banana. I like apples and bananas. And then that should carry me through to lunch, where I choose something from the canteen. It's usually a wrap or a pasta, depending on what they are selling. And then I'd usually go back for something else, like a cookie, they have little cakes, things like that. And instead of doing that, my strategy is now to eat a handful of nuts and drink some water. I drink water anyway, I like water. So that's what I'm doing now. And then after school was my main problem. So during school, I don't really eat that much because, you know, I'm busy and the classes, teachers don't, apparently it's rude to eat in class. I don't know, I'm not a teacher. So after school was my big problem. I'd come home and I'd go straight to the fridge and just dig in. Whatever I could find that looked appealing, I'd eat it. So now, instead of that, my main goal is to just get some volume into my stomach. So my doctor suggested drinking tea because that was what got me through the hunger periods during Light and Easy, which if anyone's ever been on it and you've done the 1,200 calorie, you know you get hungry between food because there's just not that much. So I used to drink a lot of tea, and she said, alright, drink tea when you get home. First thing you do, drink some tea. That should sort of stop my cravings a little bit. Hopefully the Duromine's doing its thing by then. And then if I'm hungry, eat something healthy, eat something good, fruit, nuts, something with substance, but that isn't going to add much to my calorie intake. So something, you know, calorie neutral, they say, like carrots and stuff. And then if I'm still feeling peckish afterwards, drink another cup of tea was my goal. And this is all between, you know, 4 p.m. and 7, so it's about 3 hours. And then, you know, if I'm hungry again, which is probably more boredom eating by then. If I'm still hungry by then, it's more that I'm bored or I'm stressed. I eat for both reasons, which sucks, but it's just how it is. So if I'm still hungry, my doctor's recommended that I get carrot sticks or cucumber slices or cut up some fruit. And the reason for that is that if it's boredom eating, spending time preparing the food will sort of, you know, put my mind on something and I won't be bored anymore. And then when I finally sit down to eat it, you know, I shouldn't be that interested in it anymore. And if I'm genuinely hungry, a carrot's not gonna do much to my body. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone getting fat on carrots. So, and then drink some tea or some water if I want to, and then have dinner, whatever that is. It depends really if mum's cooked or whatever's going on. So today was my first day on Duromine. I'm on the 15 milligram dose, which is the lowest one you can get. My doctor recommended that because I'm not severely overweight. I'm just at the high end of overweightness, sort of edging onto what's considered obesity from the BMI chart, but, you know, like I don't really look obese. I'm a size 16 to 18, which is not obese in my opinion, since the average sizes are 12 to 14. So, and I've also got huge boobs, which doesn't help with the whole clothing thing. So, today I had my glass of water for breakfast with my pill. My cat's at the door. I had some cake for recess instead of half of a couch that I usually have because mum made cake last night and it was really good, so I took some of that to school. Not a big piece, probably like that big, and like this thin. It was a small piece of cake. And an apple, and honestly by the time I was finishing my apple I was feeling pretty full, which I wouldn't ever dream of, having a small piece of cake and an apple and feeling full. So I'm pretty sure that was the Duromine, which I think is awesome. For lunch I had a small-ish average serving of pasta bolognese that the canteen sells and some almonds. I wasn't necessarily feeling full, but I wasn't feeling hungry, so I didn't, like, you know, get that sense that, you know, I couldn't eat anymore, but I wasn't actually, you know, hungry still, so that was good. And I had some water then. And then after school was a bit worse because we had sports training, the last one ever for year 12s. So there was a bit of a party and there was, you know, cake. No, there wasn't cake. There was lollies and chocolate and chips and stuff like that. But it's like crisps. That's what they're called, I think. And so I had a few of those. My brother picked me up from that about 5. It started at 3. The party probably started at like 4:34. So when I got picked up, I realised as I was walking to the car that I actually felt quite hungry, which is a big deal for me because just never felt hungry. Not hungry, what am I talking about? I felt quite full. I felt kind of sick, I was so full I felt a bit sick when I hadn't really eaten that much compared to what I would usually eat when I got home from school. So that was a pretty big deal to me. And I kept that fullness feeling till about 7 when we got dinner. And I still felt pretty full when we had dinner, and that was, you know, I've never had that before. I didn't even have to bother with the carrot sticks or the tea or anything like that because I just wasn't hungry, which is huge for me. And for dinner we had Indian food, which usually would be a problem. Usually I eat quite a lot of takeaway if we have it. I'll have like a huge pasta plate of rice and chicken and bread and stuff like that, but I was feeling still quite full, so I had a small bowl, probably this big, of just a bit of rice and some chicken, and didn't even finish it. Like, I was fine, it was great, I'm still feeling full. And yeah, it's going well. In terms of side effects, I don't think I've felt anything. I struggle with my health anyway, so headaches and stuff I probably wouldn't notice and account to the drug unless it was awful. I was sweating more than I'm used to today, although I'm a sweaty person, and I'm not sure if it was just because it was a bit warmer. I don't think it was just because it was warmer. I think it was probably a bit to do with the drug, but I don't know. If it persists, obviously it will be the drug, but if not, it was just me. I'm interested to see how it'll affect my sleep, and I'll post about that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll do one of these every day. I'm hoping that's what I'll do, but it depends on time. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Yeah, thanks for watching.